Okay, yet another video on how computing has been completely and utterly ruined. Alright? It's being ruined because people won't leave stuff alone. There are departments in software development companies whose sole purpose is to mess with software, to mess with the user interface. Alright? I don't know how to get this message across. I'll just say it again and again. Leave it alone. Nobody in this world wants every single time they use a program for that program to behave differently. I also do not want every time I look at my computer to realize that it's been turned off and turned on at the will of the person who developed the software, because they think that they have the right to just mess with things on my computer. I don't care how efficient you think it is, how you think, oh, everyone likes it. They don't like it. You're just not listening. You're sitting there thinking you know best all the time, and you simply don't. And you have ruined computing. Computing was a fantastic thing. You could use it to get things done. Now, there's this it's like a massive steamroller of ignorance is just ploughing through humanity, and on top of it are these idiot developers thinking that it doesn't matter what they do, everyone will just go along with it. It's ridiculous. You've ruined computing. You've tried to steal control of computing from the user and put it in your own hands. And as a result, I cannot stand using my computer now, my own computer, which used to make me feel in control of things. Now, every single time, I'm getting feedback that I don't need. I don't need 5 different pop-ups every time I move the cursor near something. The hover, so-called hover function, is the worst thing that's ever happened to software and user interface design. It is the worst thing that's ever happened, because it gives you feedback you do not need about things you're not interested in. If I move my cursor around the screen, I just happen to be moving the cursor. Now, it's a minefield, and these moronic developers are sitting there thinking, oh, how wonderful, I can make it do this, I can make it... No, nobody wants it. Leave it alone. Just stop what you're doing and go and do something else. Stop interfering with software. Stop it. Leave it alone. When it leaves your company, leave it alone. You do not have right over it. You don't. You might think you do. You might be able to, but you don't have right over it. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Don't ever touch it again. If the user has a specific makes a request for a new version, fine. But otherwise, leave it alone. Don't say, right, everything's changing with your little power trip. You are ruining computing, you fools. Oh, everyone else is doing it. Yeah, everyone else is doing it. That's always a good excuse for doing something, isn't it? How about you use your own brains and realise that you literally have ruined computing. You've ruined it. You're treating the average user like a child or like an idiot. Oh, let's make it flash. Because the user might not realise that having clicked on a button, they've clicked on a button. They might not realise. So we have to have 5 different feedbacks telling them what they've done. I know what I've done, and it's my responsibility to know what I've done. For heaven's sake. When I walk down the street, I know that my left foot has been put on the floor, and then my right foot. I don't need feedback telling me your left foot is now on the floor, your right foot is now on the floor. I don't need this kind of thing. No one needs it. You morons are out of your minds, and you're out of control. You need to stop this right now. Completely stop. Oh, but we can't. Well, you can, provided you use your intelligence instead of following the herd. What is happening is absolutely ridiculous, and it has to be stopped. And how would I put this? Industry-wide. It has to be stopped. Oh, but we could do this. Look at this feature. No one cares about your stupid features. They just want the thing to work. They just want the thing to work. And you're not listening because let's say you've got 1 million users. Yeah, that's a lot of people, right? That's a lot of people. How do you manage that? How do you listen to them? Well, what you do is you back off. You stop implementing things that you think are fancy and wonderful every 5 minutes that people look at and they're just like, what idiot designed this moronic nonsense? Leave stuff alone. Make it very, very simple. All right? Stop treating the user as if they are an absolute retarded idiot. And if you don't like my use of the word retarded, I don't care. The fact is, retarded means held back. All right? And if you're treating someone as if they don't have the intelligence to use a system by themselves, you are treating them as though they are in some way held back and unable to cope. The truth is that it is up to the user to figure out how things work. Don't treat them like babies. Oh, you have to do this. It's ridiculous. Treat them like adults. If they have a problem, provide the means whereby they can read for the solution. Stop trying to do everything for everyone and treating everyone as if they are stupid. You've literally ruined computing. Oh, everyone likes this new feature. No, they don't. They hate it. But you aren't listening because your fragile little egos couldn't cope with someone rejecting your fabulous contribution to the world of computing. Oh, look at this animation. No one needs your animations. User experience. Look, people just want the thing to work, but you idiots are focused on making it look pretty. Oh, how wonderful. Look at this, pops up and it does it automatically for you. I don't want one single thing done for me automatically on a computer. You know why? Because it removes control from me. I need to be in control of my computer. That's the whole purpose of personal computing. The whole purpose is that the user is in control. You've just said, oh, we're going to give you greater control, and you've taken away all the control. You idiots. Are you people out of your minds? This message needs to get to everyone in the industry, and I don't know how to get it across, because like I said, no one's listening. You can't get to these people. They try and force you to jump through hoops to somehow get your message across, and then they don't listen because they're using statistics to control things. But that divorces the what they call the developer from the user, because you need to listen to a human being telling you how crap your product is for you to actually do something. Oh no, statistically people aren't complaining. The reason they're not complaining is because they can't get through to you, young idiots. There is a brick wall a mile thick between the user and the developer, and it's getting worse. Every single time I use my computer, it's changed. Every single time I turn on my computer, I know that it's changed, because although some of the programs might still be open, some of them aren't. Why? Because the person who has designed the software I'm using, in this case it's Microsoft Windows, has decided that they know better, and I am not responsible enough to look after my machine. So it's not a case of me getting antiviral software. It's a case of them reloading my entire operating system behind my back when I'm not looking. How disgustingly rude and condescending. This kind of behaviour is look, it's not just in operating systems, it's everywhere. Every time you use something, it's just completely reloaded onto your computer, so that any secondary, any third-party things that you've attached to it are just wiped clean. This is garbage. This isn't computing. This is some sort of weird, oppressive disaster. And little developers are sitting there going, "Ha, we are the masters." You're the masters of nothing. The masters of nothing. You're cretinous, weak, nasty-minded fools, and you are ignorant, and you need to listen. I'm sick to death of this, sick to death of it, and it needs to be fixed. I just don't know how to fix it. People don't need hover functions. It is the bane of a person's using experience. Because all you're doing is moving your cursor. You're not hovering over anything. You put your cursor anywhere, rubbish starts appearing. You don't want that. All you want is for the computer to shut up and just be a dumb machine that does what you decide it will do. I don't want AI anything. I don't want things done for me. My computer's under my control, not the control of some moron who thinks that they know better than me what I might want. Because they don't, and they never, ever will. And even if they did, I wouldn't want that, because I can't think of anything more sick than someone making all my decisions for me. What a disgusting, frightening idea. User experience. If you want to improve user experience, leave it alone and never change another thing ever. In fact, change things back to how they used to be 20 years ago, when things actually worked and you weren't fiddling with it every 5 minutes. What a disgusting mess computing's become. What a mess. What an absolute mess. Who's listening? Who's going to change it? Who's going to lead the way? I'm not in the computing industry. I'm not in a position to do it. Someone's got to have the guts to do it, and the intelligence. Do something.